George Floyd, another involuntary martyr, a black body slain for the slaughter. Oh, does it make you annoyed that I won't avoid saying his name with my first breath? But oh no, you must recognize his death. He was not chosen, rather his life was frozen, forever unthawed, while white supremacists applaud. See, it's for that reason that I will speak what some call treason. I'm tired of being told, boy, keep the peace, when black men die by police. So fuck the police. Yeah, I said it. But NWA deserves the credit. And no, I'm not trying to be obscene, but I do need you to hear what I mean. 400 years they taught us, as if that was the only story. But no, my people's history has been age after age of glory. From Mansa Musa, believed to be the richest man ever, to Queen Amina, a ruler wise and clever. What I'm trying to tell you is that black history goes on forever. But 400 years must be brought to account, for I assure you, it is no trivial amount. Financial and structural restitution is the only solution. And if you look at American history, you'll see it really is an institution. So the following will sound like a litany, but I've got to set these words free. Buck busting, where black men were raped for black eyes to see, to justify their slavery. Slave farms, where black people were treated like cattle, their babies stolen before they ever held a rattle. Black bodies hung from a tree for ebullient white supremacists to see. The anatomical studies conducted without consent until white scientists were content. The government-sanctioned murder of black leaders by white supremacist power feeders. LSU being legally forced to make the choice to listen to the black voice. My former doctoral professors telling me, you aren't cut out for this, you see. A teacher is all you'll ever be. Every black person across this nation faces this discrimination. We wake up and put on our American makeup, the fear, anger, and sadness bubbling under the surface when white people say, we have no purpose. Someone always tries to mention, well, what about the violence? As if that isn't exactly what white supremacy favors when enforcing silence. When we turn on the TV to another tragedy, another black body broken, another mother to be awoken, screaming and choking. For a moment, I want you to envision the type of decision you might make if your friend, brother, sister, mother, father, uncle, auntie, cousin, grandma, or grandpa would not awake because someone decided their life was to take. What would you do to fill that ache? See, the mistake that we make is to think that there is some innate difference between you and me. But when you cut me, well, what do you see? So here's a pledge that I'm asking you to make. It is time to awake and shake the foundations of the world's nations. Take action to prove your dissatisfaction, or miss me with your social media exhibitionist reaction. Black Lives Matter, a declaration to hang across the nation. Black Lives Matter. It's not a slogan or an organization. It's the reality of the black situation, a phrase I should not have to utter as a proclamation. And yet this country has paved my people's bodies into the streets and defamed the dead through tweets. If that's how it's going to be, then I will shout the phrase from the rafters for my brothers and sisters listening in the hereafter. We must dismantle racism from the root. Otherwise, all this talk is just moot. The revolution was not supposed to be televised, but thankfully, that is being realized. Right now, while there is still traction, we will keep on pushing because we've seen their reaction. For the faction that is dominant is finding out how prominent black lives really are. So don't leave here without a resolution for the pollution that is the institution of white supremacy. Be an ally. And when they ask why, tell them, I will not stand by and lie when they tell black people it's okay to just roll over and die. To my black people out there in pain, because this mess is driving you insane, lift your head up high, for the laurels of royalty were worn by your ancestors. So don't let the enemy pester or cause self-doubt to fester. We are going to have to build in this country what we want to see, for that is truly the only way we will ever be free. So to everyone here, stay involved until this problem is solved. Because right now, the American creed rings hollow, which may be a tough pill for some to swallow. So when you walk through that hospital door and you have black patients to restore, see their humanity. Don't glare at them like they're a talking manatee. Treat them as a person, or all you will do is worsen their pain for no medical gain. We are healers, not concealers of racism and stay in your placism. So let our disapproval lead to the removal of the status quo. And yes, I'm talking to everyone, including the average Joe. Let's film a new birth of a nation to displace the original theatrical white supremacist sensation. My life matters. My children's lives matter. My mother and father's lives mattered. And every single black person listening to me, don't you ever forget that your life is a priceless gift and it matters.